The girl was complaining that she's feeling pain in her private parts, the front and also from behind. So we asked why is the pain? Said the girl said that dad had sex with her, and the dad penetrated her from front and from behind.
Oh my God.
They would feel itchy, and when they are scrubbing themselves, they would pull them out without knowing. So we would correct them from the carpet. We kept sweeping the worms. We sweep them, we take them to the toilet. Until now, the worms cleared, and once the worms cleared, their berries subsided because the berries were too big. I think it's because of the worms. Actually, I used to be lectured by some friends. What are you doing to your daughter?
Yeah.
Why are you making your daughter compete for space with this? And then you see that thing of feeling people are disregarding the girls.
Yeah.
That
they are not people.
It's like because they have come from the slum, and they are saying, you know, you are interrupting your daughter's way of living.
Hello, welcome to Tuko Talks. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Now, I want you to put yourself in this situation. You go feeding the needy, and then one day you realize 3 girls are being defiled by their own dad, and you decide, I am not going to leave these girls alone. I will take them, live with them in my own house, provide for them until a change happens. That's exactly what my guest today did. So without further ado, please allow me to let her introduce herself. Hello, Mommy.
Hi, Lynn.
Hi, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Please introduce yourself.
First of all, welcome to my house.
Asante sana.
I'm very happy to have you here. Karibu sana.
Yeah.
My name is Gladys, and I am a single mother of 1. I live here in Kariobangi South, and I've been doing, in this COVID-19 times, I have been volunteering my services to go and give food door to door in the slum, Korogocho slum. It's not very far from here. Yeah.
And I know right now you have 3 amazing girls in your house.
Yes.
I had the opportunity to meet them earlier,
Yes.
and they are so amazing.
Yes.
And there's a story behind why they are currently living with you. So please take us through that story.
Yeah, the story of these 3 girls is actually a very sad story that I came across in my line of duty when I was doing the voluntary work in Korogocho slums. As I said earlier, we have a group of Asians here in Kenya who have teamed together, and they are donating food stuff for the people in the slum, Kibera, Korogocho, Madare, and all different areas. So I thought it's a good idea, instead of I stay just in the house, I could just go and volunteer, and we help with the food distribution. So that is how actually I came across these kids. We went to their home as a team, and when we went to that house, Lynn, something just got our attention, and we felt we used to go to a home, deliver the food hamper, and leave. We deliver and leave. We deliver and leave. But when we went to this particular house, we got stuck because we found a family living just next to a sewage. That is the first thing we saw, and we were like, what is this? Somewhere like here was their toilet, which had overflown, and the sewage is flowing. So it is coming even with worms, and it is just right at their doorstep. Actually, they had put some sacks with soil to raise the door place, so that the sewage doesn't go inside the house. Then we were like, how do you survive with this? So when you wake up in the morning and you get outside the house,
The first thing
you do is skip that sewage to go wherever you need to go. Now, what really made us even cry is that in that house there was a very small girl who could not walk, who could not even jump. So when she wakes up from the house, she crawls across that sewage, go outside. When she wants to come back to the house, she has to crawl back through that sewage. That one made us cry because we were like, this child, she's always in contact with that sewage, touching it, and the same hands she's using to eat and all that. Then we asked the father, because the father is the one who was with the kids, why is this like this? Then they said they don't have means to remove the sewage. So we asked the father, who is the mother? The father said the mother left. In Korogocho, there is one major problem of alcohol, and they drink this that generation alcohol, which you drink and you become yes, changa, and all those bad things. So the mother was so much into that alcohol. The father is also an alcoholic. So the mother got addicted, and she just left the home, and she went to where nobody knows. We are not even aware whether she's still alive or where is she. Nobody knows. Even the father doesn't know. We cannot trace her. That one is the one that really struck our attention, and we were like, you know, let me tell you, Lynn, I respect the fathers, but I want to say this. If I hear that a father has abandoned their kids, it's not news. But if I hear a mother has abandoned their kids, I'm like, why?
Why would a mom?
Yeah, because you carried that child 9 months in your stomach. So we wanted to follow up the story, and we were given a lot of stories by the dad, and we really empathized with the situation, and we left the food hamper, and we agreed as a team. Action number 1, and the very immediate thing we are going to do, we shall contribute from our pockets, get the exhaust tankers to come and remove this sewage. So that at least now, number 1, we assure they're in a clean environment, and then we get clean soil, we put it on top of where the sewage was flooded. So we agreed, and we contributed. I work with a very generous team. We contributed, and we arranged for a day when the tanker will come to the exhaust to remove that sewage. Then in the process, I remember, because we really cried, I remember we asked the dad.
You had never seen something so disturbing.
So disturbing. And I remember I told my team, I feel, give me these kids for 3 days so that we get the sewage work done. Once the sewage work is done,
I'll bring them back.
I'll bring them back. And that day I had gone with my daughter. I had also gone with my house manager. And they were there, and they were also crying. Everybody was just crying because of what we saw. The father said we cannot go with the kids, and we understood him. We said, you know, there are those people, even if they're in poverty, you cannot separate them with their kids.
Exactly.
So we agreed, okay, maybe the dad is very attached to the kids. Let's see how to help them when they're still there. But when we were coming back home, we are still crying in the car. Nobody is talking to the other. We are just crying. We are just feeling sorry. You know, we are just feeling, why have we left them? So we left it at that. But I remember as a team we agreed, because these donors who are giving this food, actually they are called Timpankaj, a group of Asians. So the Timpankaj had given us a rule. It's 1 hamper per house.
And that's it.
And that's it, because there are so many households that need the food. So we agreed. Now, because we cannot give them too much of what we have been given to give to others, as a team we shall be contributing. We visit this house more often. We come and give them more food because they need more food. The father is not working, so we need to help them. So as a team we kept contributing. We buy them food, we take. So we visited the home more frequently. Until now, one day we went there, and we found the dad, and we just felt like having a conversation with the dad, because before now this visit, like 2 or 3 days ago, somebody had called me from Korogocho slums, like around evening, 6 in the evening, and they asked me, Glado, where are you? And I told them I am in Roysambo. I had taken my car for garage. He said, no, you need to urgently come to Korogocho slums. I said, why? Because those kids we have been going to see, they are sleeping outside. For 5 days, they have been sleeping outside under a tree. They have just put a sack. And I asked, why? They said, because the landlord has locked their house. So we need you to come and pick these kids, and because it's not safe for them to stay here. I told the person, do this, because my car is not yet done. Get means of how you can get them. From there, I will give you directions to my home. Again, that guy was denied to take away the kids. So the guy called me later. He's called Uncle. He called me later and he told me, Glado, I've been denied to pick the kids, so we just leave them. But we need to organize how to get the house opened. We pay for them so that the landlord can open. So that is another immediate thing we did. We paid the rent.
How much was the rent?
They pay, I think, 800. So we paid the rent and we got the house opened and they got inside. So now we said, now we are going to follow up on that. This day now we went and we sat down with the mzee and we had a serious conversation. And we told the father, what we are going to do, we want to work out a plan. How can we help you have a business that can sustain you even when we are not there? And we discussed a few options of the business, and he told us, give me tonight to think over it. You come tomorrow, I'll be able to tell you. We agreed on that, and we said we leave. But when we were about to leave, we found the neighbors waiting for us in a group. And we asked, and then they blocked our way. They said, no, don't go. We said, why? What's the problem? And then they said, no, that house, the help it needs, it's more than food. And then we were like, what's the issue? Then none of them was willing to speak. This one is saying, you speak, you speak, you speak.
Weongea.
Nobody wants to speak. So one of them is the one who gained the courage and told us the girl has come to her. And the girl was complaining that she's feeling pain in her private parts, the front and also from behind. So we asked why is the pain? Said the girl said that dad had sex with her, and the dad penetrated her from front and from behind.
Oh my God.
At that point we were like, are you sure of what you're saying? Are you sure that the girl said it's the dad?
And this is the eldest.
And this is the eldest, and that eldest Lynn is a very tiny girl, 8 years, underweight, because 8 years and with 19 kilos. God. Very tiny. You can even wonder how he was holding the girl. And it was so evil that he was not only penetrating from front, he was even doing it from behind. The girl was in pain, even how she was walking.
So now it makes sense why they are crawling.
Yeah. So now we thought, let's take this girl in the car and check. We took her in the car. One of us is the one who gained courage.
And where is the dad at this point?
When the dad saw us with the multitude and with the kids, because the kids also followed us, he ran. Because after this story, after now the neighbors told us this story, the men in the group wanted to go and do justice to the father. They went back, they could not find him. We came to realize later, even for the several times we have been going there and requesting if we can go with the kids for a few days and return them to get the sewage sorted out. And when they are sleeping on the under the tree, actually we asked the father, 5 days, it's a rainy season. The kids are being rained on that tree. Even the big one says, Mom, when it rains, because nowadays they call me Mom. When they came to my house, the eldest approached me and she asked me, Mom, are you only Mom to Abi, or we can also call you Mom? Abi is my daughter. Are we allowed to call you Mom? I told them it's okay, because they are craving for somebody to call Mom. So we asked him, how is it that you have neighbors around you, but they cannot even pity the kids and house the kids, even if they're not going to house you? And the guy told us so many bad things about the neighbors. So we came to learn later, it is him who was protecting the kids not to mingle and interact so that they don't say this story.
So you take the eldest in the car.
We took the eldest in the car.
And you decide you want to check.
Actually, it's one of the team members called Anne. She's the one who took them in the car, removed the clothes for the girl and checked. And Lynn, if you saw the scenario, you just check and turn your eyes away. from back and from front. Immediately as a team we agreed, this one, we don't even need now the father's consent. We are picking the 3 girls, we go to the hospital, have medical evidence, because we don't want to rush into things.
Yes.
So we took the girls, we rushed to the hospital, and the doctor examined the girl. After the doctor examined the girl, he confirmed that the girl has been penetrated from front and behind.
And it was consistent. Like
And the doctor actually told us this one is not a one time. It's something regular. And even the girl's hymen is already broken.
Oh my God. And she's only 18 kg.
Yes, 8 years. But she has no hymen. So we said, okay, so we were given the doctor's document and letters and all that. We went to the police station. It was already past curfew hours, so we had been given the letter to operate past curfew hours because of that. So we came back to the police station and we told them this is what the doctor has examined and this is their report. So the police could not delay. They said this one is defilement. So immediately we go and get the man. So the first thing, because it was around, I think, 11 at night, we came with the kids to my house first. So we dropped them here. I gave them to my house girl. You'll get to meet her, a very wonderful girl called Miriam. Miriam is such a blessing in this home. Miriam received those girls when they were stinking. Because when we took them and now we were taking them to the hospital, these girls were not used to being in the car. So when I was having them in my car, they were vomiting along the way in the car. We did not know that the small one doesn't even talk, doesn't even know how to say I want to pee or what. So if she wants to pee, she was peeing in the car. So we would pull aside the car, wipe the mess, and continue with the journey. So we brought the kids to Miriam in that state. And then they were not changing clothes. They were not bathing. They were stinking, literally stinking. So I brought the kids to Miriam. I told Miriam, make sure that they bathe, they change, they eat. And even I'm telling Miriam they change and we don't have
the baby
clothes in the house. So I told Miriam, wash them and give them food. Take big t-shirts from the house and let them put them on, put big socks and they sleep. Tomorrow we shall know what we shall do. So that is how it started. We left them here and now we went to arrest the dad and the dad got arrested. So that is how the girls landed into my house. They stayed for like 2-3 days, very excited, very happy. They are now in an environment where they can bathe, they can shower. Actually, they were looking forward. They were saying, Mommy, is it time to shower? I realized showering is such a luxury. Yes. And they were feeling nice just to be in the bathroom and shower. So they felt it's a brand new environment for them. Lynn, when those kids came here, they could eat because you see they are used to staying hungry. The older one tells us there are times dad could come with unga. You know, she was the mother to the two. She was the mother to the two. The dad would bring some small unga, tell her to cook ugali for the rest. She would cook. It's not well cooked, but they eat it. And when they cook it, dad would tell them, put some salt in a bowl and make it a solution. Then you dip the ugali in that salt and then you eat. So they were saying, hey mama, we used to stay hungry and when we get some food, it's ugali with salt. Yes. So they would eat as if they will not get another meal. Actually, they used to eat and eat until they vomit. That's when we could know now they are full. Yani they eat, they vomit. Because if you remove the plate, they cry. They want to continue eating and eat. They were eating until they were eating like the food you could eat initially, but now they have gotten used to it. So they would eat and we stayed with them for like 2 or 3 days. And then now they all started again vomiting, diarrheaing, they are sick. I don't know what is happening to them. I took them to the hospital, the 3 of them. When I took them to the hospital, the doctors gave me medicine, but the victim one, was given the PEP's medicine from day one when we went, the one they take for 28 days. So she was added this other medicine for the other symptoms. So we came, and among the medicines we were given dewormers, because the dewormers are the ones that shocked me. When we gave them dewormers, they stayed for like 2 days. The small one, because she's always on diapers, one day we were removing the diaper and we realized a heap of worms, pink things. And I panicked. I called the doctor and I asked the doctor, I'm seeing pink things. Is it the intestines coming out, or is it what? The doctor now said, no, those are not intestines. What it is the worms were too many. They don't get, what do you call it? They are coming out whole because they are too many. So what you need to do, we need to add more dose of dewormers. That's what we did. I went and I bought them more dewormers, and the worms kept coming out. So for the small one who is using the diaper, we were correcting a heap of worms from the diaper. The other two who are able to use the toilet, they could go and drop them in the toilet. But once in a while, you know, it makes you itchy. They would feel itchy, and when they are scrubbing themselves, they would pull them out without knowing. So we would correct them from the carpet. We kept sweeping the worms. We sweep them, we take them to the toilet. Until now, the worms cleared. And once the worms cleared, their berries subsided because the berries were too big. I think it's because of the worms. So that is how the kids have been staying with us.
Yeah. And they've been here for how long?
They have been here this is the 3rd month.
My God.
Yeah.
And you've been providing for them?
Yes.
Taking care of them?
Yes.
As if they are your own?
Yes.
God.
Because those kids, Lynn, they needed a lot of attention. They needed a lot of care. They needed mother's love. They needed food, yes. They needed clothing, yes. They needed a house, yes. But above all, they needed a mother. Because how do you imagine that the 8-year-old one is the mother to the 2? The 8-year one is the one washing clothes for them, cooking for them, doing house chores for them. Actually, she never used to go and play. When she came here, I literally used to force her. I even told my house manager, be forcing this girl to go out and play. Because she had become conditioned. She is a mother. She needs to take care of the
8-year-old.
At 8 years old, she has to let the 2 sisters go play, her stay in the house, do the chores and all that. And then it was the dad's strategy to always keep her busy, so that she doesn't have time to go and talk and tell people expose him. So she was always busy with something, and when she's not doing something in the house, the dad had conditioned her that she has to carry the small one all the time. Because even when they came here, she was always carrying the small one. Even when she's going out, she's carrying maybe on her back or on her side. When they sit on a seat, she doesn't want to let the other one sit on her own. She's holding her on her laps. And I was, what is this?
What is this?
Then she told me, Mama, you know, if Dad found me putting this one down, I'm beaten. Then I'm like, why? I'm not supposed to put the baby down.
God.
So that she was so enslaved, so that she can keep holding the baby and time will pass and she'll not go mingling and meeting with people. The 2 girls have been calling her mom. Actually, the second born and the last born were calling the 8-year-old mom. So the 8-year-old didn't have somebody to call mom. So they were like, she was craving herself. She was craving for someone to call mom. These other 2 now also found somebody now who is more a mom,
to call mom.
Yeah. So these girls are girls who need a lot of mother's love. Like I shared with you earlier, there are times they refuse to sleep in their bedroom, and they come to sleep in my bedroom. And when I'm sleeping with them, they come so close to you and they want you to sleep, wrapping them in your arms. They just want to feel you. They just want to feel your warmth. They just want to be with you. They need the mother's love that much.
God. And let me ask you, Gladys, because like I just said this off camera and I want to say it again, what you've done is really commendable. I have not met such an amazing human being because times are tough for Kenyans, and you take 3 kids and you decide, I am going to provide for these kids as if they are my own. So amazing job on that, and may God's grace be upon you.
Amen.
Let me ask, the kids, do they ask you where dad is?
They don't. They don't. The only thing they ask is, initially they kept asking, Mama, are you going to take us back to Korogocho? Mama, are you going to take us? They had that fear. So now we are enjoying this. At some point, are we going to be taken back? So I did a lot of work of assuring them, you will never, ever, ever, ever again live in Korogocho. The only time you'll go to Korogocho is when you grow up, you become rich, you become big people, you drive big cars, you'll go back to Korogocho as rich people to help.
Oh God. Yes.
To help those that need help like you've been helped. And they have mastered that. They even keep telling me, Mama, we'll go back. Even when they are praying, because we pray with them, you hear them saying, God help those who are still hungry in Korogocho, because they know hunger is real in Korogocho. Being thrown out to sleep under a tree is so real in Korogocho. These girls, as you see them, Lynn, they have never ever stepped into a class. The 8 years one cannot even write her name. I feel so sad about it. She can't write her name, 8 years. She cannot say, if she says A, B, C, D, she will get stuck at D. She will not continue E, F. If she tries the numbers, 1, 2, 3, when they came, she was doing 1, 2, 3, 10, 11, 12 there. She could not go up to 20. But I bought them the chart for numbers and the chart for the alphabets. So now they are learning. So now she can say 1 to 30. But not beyond. They are 8 years old.
God. And I know this is a matter before the children's services. As you were telling me earlier, there will come a time when a decision is made. And I know that's not something you want to talk about because I realized you are also so emotionally attached to these kids. When you see the future for you and these kids, how does it look like from where you are sitting?
From where I'm sitting, first of all, I have got mixed reactions from my friends. There are those ones who have been like, Gladys, this is COVID-19 times. Things are tough. You are a single mother. People are not going to work. There are no finances. You have enlarged your family. Are you thinking right? Are you normal? You need to have a solution of having these kids go to a children's home. Every day I wake up thinking they should go to a children's home and I have no peace. The minute I sit down to think of how they need to go to a children's home, I have no peace. Actually, there's a time I was so pressurized to have them go to a children's home when they were 2 weeks into my house. And it's a thing that made me cry because I was feeling, how am I supposed to rush these kids into a children's home? This one is taking the PEPS medicine, which are very sensitive. You take them in the morning and evening and you don't mess the timings. If you mess the timings, you start the dose all over again for another 28 days. So in a children's home setup, the kids are too many. How will they get that personalized care to make sure that if this kid is taking these medicines 8 in the morning, 8 in the evening, she doesn't miss out on time? I said, I'm not rushing them. First of all, I consoled myself and I said, let me be with these kids. Number one, I want this one to finish the PEPS medicines for the 28 days. That's like a month. Once they finish the medicine, then I can know whether I still want to take them to a children's home. Then number two, I was now feeling these kids, they have just come from an environment in the slum. They have landed into my house. They are only 2 weeks old. I'm being pushed to take them to a children's home. Their mind is not yet settled. We were there, now we are here. Now again, I'm supposed to take them from here to another environment.
No.
I felt if it was my daughter, what would I want for her? Then I felt, I think we are making them transition very fast, and we should just give them time to transition smoothly. Even if they will still end up in a children's home, but we should let them transition very, very smoothly. So at that point, now I have the first month, that is how I was thinking, let me give this one time to finish the medicine. The second month, now I started getting mixed reaction. Everybody in the house, even my house manager, my daughter, you know, now my house manager and my daughter bonded with these girls even before they came into my house. Because when I used to go do voluntary work in Korogocho slums, I used to go with them. When we are carrying the food stuff on our backs to go and give door to door, they are also carrying and helping me distribute. So they met these girls there. So they bonded with them then. When actually I remember the night we brought those kids here and my daughter opened the door for us, my daughter's word were like, Mom, finally justice has been done for these girls. Oh, welcome to our house. And actually, Lynn, that is something that has really shocked me about my daughter. And I was saying, this is not my daughter. This is God who has put a spirit in my daughter to accept these kids. Because now people are telling me, Gladys, you are used to bringing up one child. Your daughter is used, actually I used to feel pain, Lynn, because now people are telling me, Gladys, you're used to bringing up your daughter alone. Everything you buy, it's hers alone. The space in the house is hers alone. Now you're bringing competition for your daughter. What are you doing? Actually, I used to be lectured by some friends. What are you doing to your daughter? Why are you making your daughter compete for space with this? And then you see that thing of feeling people are disregarding the girls, that they are not people. It's like because they have come from the slum, and they are saying, you know, you are interrupting your daughter's way of living. I was like, is my daughter more of a child than this one? If my daughter needs to eat well, if I have sausages for my daughter, if I have bacon for my daughter, don't these ones deserve? What wrong have they done to God to have such a life? They didn't apply for it. They didn't ask for it, Lynn. They just found themselves in it. So it's something that used to put me down when people would lecture me. Actually, some people would tell me, I think your mind is not working right. Organize for a way for these kids to go to a children's home and let your daughter be. And I used to tell them, my daughter is okay. Actually, my daughter is feeling like the big sister. God had already prepared my daughter. And I want to appreciate my daughter, Abigail, because she makes me feel so proud to be her mom.
Amazing.
I'm so proud to be her mom. She's not selfish. She has accepted these kids. She's already playing the big sister. You even saw in the morning when you came and I was holding the small one. She's the one who is asking, Mom,
socks.
Let her put on socks. Because she was feeling it's cold and she doesn't have socks. So I was now feeling, why are people so selfish? Why are people so selfish? Is my child more of a child than these ones? My house help, Miriam, is another amazing girl. The work Miriam has done, I feel like I've not even done half what Miriam does. Because Miriam is the one who knows what time they eat, what time they take porridge, what time they shower, what time they take fruits.
God, may God bless her.
You know, I look at her and I've not even increased her salary. Her job has increased.
But her salary is still
her salary is constant because she's understanding people are not working at the moment. But I was saying, as God is blessing me, I want also to bless her and increase her salary. But she has been doing it without expecting any raise of the salary.
You are such an amazing woman.
She has been doing it, Lynn. She has been so generous with these kids. They are fond of her. She's always there for them.
Would you want to keep them forever?
Lynn, let me tell you, the desire and the deepest, there's a very small voice in my heart. If I had the financial muscle It's only that I am a single mother without so much support. If I had this financial muscle, these kids will not go anywhere. I would stay with them, give them the mother's love above anything else. Because I know clothing they can get in a children's home, food they can get, they can go to a school. It's the mother's love that would want me to keep them. It's the mother's love that would want me to be around them and see them grow and see them stabilize and see them become big people in the future.
Yes.
It's only that I get to a point I feel overwhelmed. You know, when you are a single mother, like there is a day I woke up, Lynn, and I was feeling so overwhelmed. When you're a single mother, there are times you feel a lot of loneliness. You don't have anybody to talk to. You don't have an adult in the house to share your thoughts with. It's only kids. And you know, these kids, sometimes they drain you because you are the one who keep giving to them.
All you do
but
is
you don't have another person to replenish you.
Yes.
So there's a day I woke up and I was so down. I was feeling overwhelmed and I didn't know. And actually that day, even I think that day if somebody came with a good proposal of a children's home they would go to,
you would give them.
I would have given those days. Those bad days you wake up to. But I thank God because that is the day I texted Bishop Jane Kingori, and I told her, Bishop Jane, I call her mom. I have this situation. I'm feeling so down. I'm feeling so low. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. And I narrated the story of the girls to them. You know, Bishop Jane told me, are you at home? Yes. I have cancelled all my plans and I'm coming to you.
Amina. Wow, amazing.
And I want to appreciate Bishop Jane Kingori, wherever she is. May God bless her. She's the one who renewed my strength. She came and she told me, Gladys, you may not understand what you are doing, but you have hosted God himself in your house. These are not kids. These are not 3 girls you are seeing in this house. This is God who has come. And Bishop Jane said, many will be asked, I came to you hungry, you did not feed me. And they will ask, God, where were you hungry? Where did I meet you hungry? And God will remind them, you remember those kids in Korogocho? That was me. And that Bishop Jane just made me, I felt so re-energized. I felt and then she came, she prayed for us. She prayed even for the girls. She prayed even for my house. Something I felt very special because she said, these kids, when they entered into this house, there are altars that followed them, which now became part of this house. It is the prayers and the anointing to undo those altars. I just welcomed them, but the altars are still there. So she prayed a very powerful prayer.
Amazing.
A true woman of God.
Amina, we appreciate her.
We appreciate her, and she did not only pray. She even came with shopping. She gave me shopping and she gave me some money to take care of the girls.
Yes. The 3 young daughters, what amazes you about them? What do you just see in them and you are like, wow?
These girls, actually they are sweet to be around. So sweet to be around. Number one, for them, it's us who know the story. For them, life goes on. For them, they are just in another good life and life is continuing. They are happy. That amazes me about them. There is no moment you find them sad. They are ever happy, ever hyped up,
I
ever
saw
happy,
that.
ever excited.
I saw.
Ever excited and ever craving for mother's love. Every morning they wake up. If they have slept in their bedroom, they come and line up to hug me in the morning. Mama, good morning. Mama, good morning. They hug you. And they are happy. Yani, I wonder how do they stay happy 24/7?
Yeah, with knowing all the things they've been through.
Yeah, and then they are very grateful.
Yeah.
Everything you do, they are so grateful. They say, thank you, Mama. God bless you. thank you, Mama, God bless you. They are already saying, the big one and the second one, they are already saying, Mama, one day we'll buy you a big house. Mama, one day we'll buy you a big car.
Yeah.
You know, they are already excited about the car I'm carrying them with, but it is a tiny car.
Yes.
So they are already seeing themselves buying Mama a big car. Buying Mama a big
I love that.
So they are always, they are very positive in life.
Yeah.
And they are eager to learn. That is something I'm also appreciating about them.
And you know, I like doing this a lot in this show because I know one day these girls will watch this episode.
Yes.
And they will, you know, look for this person who gave them a shoulder to lean on. What would you want them to know?
These girls, what I would want them to know, one day, may God keep them to watch this video one day. There are 3 girls. I have Priscilla, Hafla, I have Pamela, Nyandiko, and I have Ellis Ondiso. They are not from my region. We do not come from the same village. We do not come from the same tribe. But I have embraced them. I would feel happy and complete if they keep the river flowing. That is what I would want to tell them when they will watch this video. That one day, as I tell them, I have assured them, and Lynn, I know, even you being here and with your support, these kids will never see the slum life again.
Amen.
In Jesus' name.
Amen.
I keep assuring them that. But I told them, you'll go back to the slum, not to live there, but to help as I helped you. And that is what I want to tell Priscilla, Pamela, and Ondiso. One day when God blesses you to see this video, I want to hear that you have helped somebody just like you've been helped. Because even me, I'm helping them because somebody helped me back in my life. And I'm keeping the river flowing. If I can have them keep the river flowing, I'll feel successful.
Gladys.
I'll be happy. I'll be very happy.
May you never lack.
Amen.
Aki, may you never lack.
Amen.
Huh? May you never lack.
Amen.
I'm short of words. I've not sat next to an angel
the
way I've done today.
Thank you.
Final words to Kenyans?
What I want to tell Kenyans is that we are in difficult times, this COVID-19 pandemic times. It's a difficult time, but it's a time God is doing things in a very brand new way. I want to tell Kenyans, let us not be selfish. Me, I believe, Lynn, in your house, there is no day you have cooked and you ate to the last spoon. There is always something you leave, little, you put either in the fridge or you reserve it for the following day or morning. If only we can be generous to share the little that we have. Let us not wait until when we can be like Team Pankaj, who are bringing food stuff in trucks. Let us not wait for the time we shall be too rich to help. Actually, there is somebody who was asking me, sasa wewe unaishi Kariobangi, si kwanza ujisaidie uishi mahali pazuri ndio usaidiane. You know, why can't you help? You're only staying in a low estate like Kariobangi. Why can't you help yourself to live in a better estate, then you can start helping others? But you know, if I cannot help them when I'm in a low estate, even when I go to live in Runda or in any other lavish estate, I will not help.
Yes.
It is the little that you have. And my mentor is Mother Teresa. May her soul rest in peace. Even in the grave, she's my mentor. And Mother Teresa once said, if you cannot feed 100, feed 1. If you cannot buy 2 packets of milk for someone, buy 1.
And Gladys, what you've done is amazing.
Amen.
I have no words for you.
Amen.
Watu watuko wanajua naongeanga, but I have no words for you.
Amen.
My words to you is, may you never lack.
Amen.
And may your home be so blessed
Amen.
that when you look back, you will realize what many people saw as small was going to be your doorway.
Amen.
To so many blessings.
Amen.
To so many blessings.
Amen.
And for you, because I know people will ask where they can find you, if you are comfortable giving out your number, because I know there are Tuko people will even come with pampers and clothes and food and milk.
Yeah.
Would you want to give your number?
Yeah, I would want to give my number. I know I made an agreement with God. I never want to fundraise through these kids.
Yes.
And I promised God, what you have given me in my house is what we shall share with them.
Hallelujah.
There are times it has been tough for me. I remember there are even times I could instruct my house manager, that one packet of milk, see how we can cook it 2 times. So, because I made a promise with God,
Yes.
I'm taking these kids to help them, not to fundraise with them.
Good.
But if somebody feels they want to be a blessing to the kids, they can help us and they can come through for the kids. And because even, I would like these kids even to go to school. I would want them to have better life. Right now, it's a cold season. I'm thinking of how do I buy warm clothes for them, even add more beddings because the weather is cold. So unless somebody feels a nina
From here.
from inside, you have something that is driving you to help the kids. My number is 07 13 314 522. 07 13 314 522, and it is registered under Gladys Wanjiku Njeri.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gladys Wanjiku
Njeri. Yeah.
Gladys,
Yeah.
thank you so much.
Yeah.
And thank you also for having us. And to you Tuko fans who are watching us, this has been, wow, one of the stories I've done. Yenye imeniingia huku ndani. If you suspect a child is being defiled somewhere, if you suspect a child is being abused somewhere, don't wait for someone else to do something about it. Start by doing something about it. And remember, you can always report these cases to the numbers that will be provided on your screen. Let us know what you think about this story. And as Gladys has stated, this is not a fundraising appeal. But if you feel the need to be a blessing to these kids, her number is provided here on this video and on the comment section below. My name is Lynn Ngugi. Till next time, bye-bye.